Just there, mate. This is what's come out the master cylinder. We've got the brakes on, we've got the pump pot, and we've got fluid going through. He's maintaining his 15 psi, and yeah, this all came out of this side here, but it's out of the master cylinder. But yeah, that's coming out clean now. Yeah, I mean, love you, but it doesn't seem to be leaking, so we could well have a successful brake system, but I won't say that too quickly. Right, just coming up to 1 AM and we're pulling off the master cylinder because we've got no front brakes. Nothing's coming out of those two ports. Hang tank, cool, isn't it? So we've got rear brakes but nothing on the front. So Wern's going to take the master cylinder with him and see if we can get it done. I mean, under normal circumstances we'd bang the pistons out and have a look at it, but yeah, we need as much help as we can get, so we'll send it out. That was a late night, but well, it's approaching 2 o'clock by the time I got to bed. It ended up with Ern leaving with the what's going on here? Right, leaving with the master cylinder and the servo we got from the UK. So the plan is to perhaps pull out the innards from the master cylinder and see if it's heavily pitted, or we can just clean it and reuse it, or we can get seals, or just see if there's any chance that it can be salvaged. If not, he'll try and find like something off another car, probably something Japanese, maybe make an adapter plate or something, and if that can't be done, we have the other master cylinder, sorry, the other servo, which doesn't fit this car currently with that master cylinder, but has wider spacing, so there may be a master cylinder out there that fits that servo. And failing all that, we might have to change both the servo and the master cylinder, but that's something that could be tricky because of mounting holes to the body and push rod lengths and clips to the pedal, so that's a whole new bag of worms. So bless Ern, thank you very much for getting onto that. I said if I've got to do it, then it ain't going to get done, perhaps, because I've still got painting to do and assembly to do and stuff like that. So he's took that and we'll run with it. So today I've got to paint the rocker panels, the sills. I'm just about to go down to Dang's shop and see if I can get a plate made. I made a little template yesterday. Hang on, let's put those away. I've got to have a tidy up and I've lost my template. Oh dear. I put it on there. I put it on a list. It'll be around. It'll be around, but basically it's just a template here, so the air temperature sensor can go in there and we can just bolt it into place. And I can't remember much actually. My brain is absolutely mushed. Sort of one thing at a time. When people ask me a question and I'm like, I know what the question is, but I can't process an answer. But there we go. Right, so I've got all these bits and pieces to do. I've still got stuff to buy, but I'll get on with it, and we will see you shortly. Right, this is the adapter. A little bit longer than I would have wanted, but I think it's just adapted something existing. Doesn't really matter, because it goes in that hole down there. It's down there in that whatnot at the back. I'll do the job. Ingenious ways of mounting difficult stuff for painting. I just masked that up, put it outside to put some primer on it, put it outside to bake it a little bit, and it just kept falling over. So I've had to rub it down and prime it again, but that ain't falling down now. So get the flap done, jig up the spoiler. Actually I was going to use that, and now I'm using that for that. I'll find some way. The rocker panels have got to go on the table. I'll just use a block of wood from that. Oh, we get there. Paint is going on, but I am having trouble with the wind. It's bashing the sheet around and it just kicked it up into the spoiler, and yeah. With any luck though, we can get the next coat on and get the hell out of here. This is not ideal, but it's all we got. It's like the last challenge of painting. Just to finally test to see whether I break. But I'm not going to. It's going to have dust in it, I can guarantee it, because the dust is, well, the wind is really kicking around. Yeah, I can see it. This is nothing, but some gusts come and it's like, Jesus. Rattling the doors and everything. Oh. Right, 10 minutes. I'll put another coat on it, and then I'll close the lights out, leave the room, and it's up to the powers to be for 2 hours while it goes off. Hopefully nobody puts any fingerprints in it this time. I'll tell you about that later. The wind's still rushing in there. I think that's where the sheet stuck to. The sheet stuck to the spoiler, but it'll knock off. About another half an hour I'll try and move these and put them out in the sun. They'll be dry enough to... Oh, that's just ridiculous. Alright, proper windy day. Anyway, okay, I'm just not going to let that get me down. I've got a problem with the anti-roll bar location clamps, anti-roll bar clamps. The holes in the chassis are not particularly good. In fact, I knew that because if one of my videos you'll see me grinding off a bolt. So I've got to find a way of putting a nut and bolt through. So that's the next job. Whether or not I end up drilling a hole in the floor to get through to this box section of the chassis, we'll see. But I'm going to get under there now and see what's what. These are the bolts, and they were really quite ropey. I've got some new ones, so we'll see how they work. Right, desperate times mean desperate measures. So that goes through there. And what I'm going to do is mark the floor with a centre punch, and then I can drill down from the top, put a hole saw in, big enough to get a socket, and we can put a nut and bolt through there, both sides. That's still got good thread in it. Well, it's not good thread, it's tight. It's a bit of work. Get some lube and whatever, and we'll get the bolt in there. And with this one, I'll give it a whack and see if I can mark the inside. Well, happy days are here because they just bang that and it's popped up through our barbecue grill. Which means all I need to do is snip a couple of these grill bits out, and then I can do it. Piece of piss. Right, 10-minute job. Right, just take the bolt onto there, and now I should be able to drop it down through there. That should do the job nicely. Got an update from Ern on the master cylinder. He's now managed to get the seal, well, the second piston out, the front piston, and the seals are absolutely shot. But the bore seems reasonable, so he's trying to find some seals for it to rebuild it. And he's also got the other master cylinder, the other servo, which he'll try and find a master cylinder that matches for it. Right, this is the final bake. So it's a pretty sunny day, despite the wind. Sort of day you'd enjoy being on the beach, but yeah, there is some dust, quite a bit of dust in this spoiler, but never mind. And they'll bake up okay. That. So the fix for the anti-roll bar seems to have worked. It's almost tight. On there, it's done both sides. But yeah, it just wants cranking up a little bit. Right, these are what they call hub-centric spacers. So they're 5mm. But I need to get them machined. I need to get the ID, the inner diameter, increased and the outside diameter reduced. Only a tiny little shave off of that just to fit on the wheel. Who remembers these? The seal clips. I've still got to make a set for the right hand side. Come here, Ma. Okay. There you go. Don't eat yellow snow. So we've got front brakes, potentially. Not going to say anything too soon. So we'll do it properly now. It was just a quick test just to see if we could actually get fluid through the front lines. So now we go rear left, rear right, front left, front right, and see if we get a pedal that holds its pressure. Alright, good news. We had to change the three-way on the back. Three-way on the back, which meant actually making 3 new flares, because the old one was a bubble flare and the new one was a double flare. So we did the 3 new pipes, or 3 new flares, and now we got a pedal. Lou. Now we got a pedal. Happy days, happy days, happy days. Hopefully you can get the clutch pumped up. There, brake now. Right, this is a fuel tank. A lovely, lovely fuel tank with a brand new pump in it. So, it's just rushed off because he's forgot the seal there and there. And we can't put the seals in with the tank in the car. So, he's gone back to his garage to pick them up. He forgot to send them with the tank to get painted. So yeah, I don't know, it's about 10ish now. Hopefully we'll be back within an hour. We can get that up in there and get some power onto it and get some fuel pressure. Right, well, I mean, you talk about teaching old dogs new tricks. Here's one for you. So what the lad's doing is they've run a hose from the bleed nipple on the brake caliper onto the bleed nipple on the slave cylinder. So they're both open and he's pumping the brakes. So the fluid from the brake system is going into the slave cylinder and then all the way up here into the reservoir on the clutch. You see it coming up. So he hasn't put a single drop of fluid in that reservoir. It's all come out the brakes. So it's pushing all the air up, it's just sort of back feeding. So I'm impressed, I've not heard that one before. That's credit to Earn on that. Probably darker than a dark thing, because it's night time. I've got to send the videos off to Austin now, because you need to get them done remotely. So it's actually been a really good day today. I got the painting finished and all the bits and pieces, little tiny little bits and pieces that we need done. I'm just making clips now for the get the skirts on, and we've got the tank here. I think I just said that Ern's got to go and get the seals because we forgot to get them, bring them along. We've got a clutch, we've got brakes, we've got the fuel system going up in there, and the lads are just going to throw the intake on there now, so then we can get the throttle body on, and then the header on, and hopefully tomorrow we shall go for bang. So cheers everybody, see you later.